Hey everyone. Hey. You know what tonight is? It is Testimony Tuesday night, one of our favorite nights of the week. But before we get started, I'd like to take a minute and just pray us in. And then I'm going to share a little bit about who we have sharing tonight, and we'll take it from there. So, God, I thank you so much for tonight. I thank you for these women that are on the call, and maybe men as well, that are coming on and hearing hope, health, and happiness. We just thank you for this time. I thank you for Tina and Josie sharing their testimonies tonight. And we just, again, we give this to you. We thank you for what you've done and what you're going to do. In your name we pray. Amen. We have Josie Musso and Tina Ross sharing tonight with us. But before I introduce Josie, she's going to share her testimony, I wanted to share a little bit with you about what is Plexus. So Plexus has been around for 16 years. We just celebrated our 16th year. We had like a birthday party type thing, celebration. So we are the original gut health company. We actually, when Plexus got started, they started with a breast check kit. That was like the one product that they had. That was the original product back 16 years ago. Our patent, we have a patent for the pink drink. So no one else has our pink drink. So we've got the probiotic, prebiotic, microbiome pink drink that again is patented, which is huge. Our main headquarters is in Phoenix, Arizona. And this is a big deal for me and for many of us on the call that are already with Plexus, is we are a debt-free company, which is huge. This is a big deal. So really quickly, I got started with Plexus about 5.5 years ago. And at that time, like when I got started with Plexus, I didn't realize like all of the things that Plexus did behind the scenes. We also give back. Each bag of lean that is purchased, we give back to support those that are hungry. Okay. Feed in America, which is also another favorite piece that I love that Plexus does. And one more favorite is our motto is when blessed, be a blessing. So again, these stories that you're going to hear tonight, each one is so different. And these ladies, whatever Plexus has done, it has been a blessing in their life, right? We don't know. I share often, like, we don't know the lady or the man that's laying awake at night praying for their health, praying for financial opportunity, praying for community. Like, we are all three of those things. So super excited to introduce to you tonight, Josie Musso. Josie, I'm going to share a little bit of how Josie and I met. Actually, I was working for First Priority at the time. And if you're not familiar with First Priority, it is a nonprofit organization. I would go into the public school systems and raise up student leaders. So they would share the gospel on their campus. Well, Josie's son, Anthony, was one of our student leaders. And so at one point when I was at the school, I was asking Anthony, I can't remember exactly, like it was something about a phone number or something. And Josie, at that time, she friend requested me because she wanted to know, like, who in the world is this woman asking for, a phone number from? So that's kind of like that's how we met. We met because Anthony was a student leader at First Priority. She friend requested me. And I had made a post on social media about stress, I believe. Josie will fill you in a little bit more. And that was 4 years ago. That was 4 years ago. I made a post on social media and Josie reached out. So Josie, 3 fun facts about Josie. She loves to cook. She loves people, loves to be around people. And this third one, you guys, I thought she was kidding. She called me because I literally thought she was kidding about this third one. She loves to fish. She wants to be like, her favorite thing would be to sit on a pier and fish all day. And I'm like, oh, I did not know that. I thought I knew a lot of things about you, Josie, but I did not know that. All right, friend, take it away.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Like Karen said, I'm Josie Musso. And it's true, fishing. I love fishing. And I wish you guys would have been on the phone today because she was really like, no way. But it's true. I do love to fish. I'm the party girl. I love to go out, but I do also like to chill a little bit and fish. And I could literally fish all day. But yeah, so starting about my Plexus journey. So 4 years ago was the end of 2019. I was going through changes in my life, but and I guess it was premenopause. And I always tell, like I've told Karen this, I've told people in my life, I love all the men in my life, but I don't like premenopause, menopause, and postmenopause. I want nothing to do with those three men in my life ever. So I started feeling changes. I was in my late 40s, and I just kind of like I felt sick, I felt off, and just didn't feel right. Well, at the same time that I was feeling this feeling of premenopause, I guess that's what it was. My husband was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, so that kind of like put me on the back burner. Obviously, I had to focus on my husband, his health, getting him better, and also, focusing on my children because here I am going back and forth to the hospital, and I had a 15-year-old who had to basically grow up real fast and take care of her little brother, who at the time was 13. So I focused on that. I really didn't say anything to anyone about my premenopause or whatever I was feeling. And it just progressively got worse while my husband was, going through chemo. I didn't share with anyone, excuse me. But as the months were going by, I just felt more irritable and worse and worse. And I just kind of felt like it was because of my husband, the stress that I was going through, that it really kicked me in, I guess, kicked me into menopause full force. So fast forward to, I apologize, but fast forward to June of 2000. Yeah, it was June of 2000. No, I'm sorry, June of 2020. 2020. My husband was it was the Friday before Father's Day. He had received a phone call from his oncologist that we were all waiting for, that he was lymphoma free. So that was awesome for all of us, and it was a weight lifted off, obviously everyone, and our prayers were answered. So after a little while, I kind of figured it was time to take care of myself, but my husband couldn't do any of this overtime and we counted on his overtime for a lot of extra stuff. But I knew I didn't want to take any hormonal replacement medication because I had watched my mom go through a really bad breakdown with menopause, and I also had taken a lot of hormone replacement medications when I was trying to have children. So I knew already that was out. So I wanted something natural. I looked around, I researched high and low for products. I asked friends, and they did give me suggestions, but they were always so expensive. Like I'm talking about a basic health products were $300 to $400 a month. So I knew that was out. So like a week or two, I started passing, and I actually asked my husband, I'm like, it's time. I need something. And it didn't matter to him. He was like, whatever it costs, let's do it. Well, that particular night, I will never forget. I sat after my husband and I spoke. I sat down and I opened up Facebook. I had never seen your post prior to this, Karen, because I mean, I knew you were my friend on Facebook, but we really never communicated on Facebook. Your post popped up and it said, you're looking for something for menopause, or it wasn't menopause, it was stress. I think it was stress. And I gave you that little, yeah, I'll try it. So I did. You were going on vacation. So I remember going on vacation, and you were going on vacation. I ordered the products, everything that I thought I needed, which you and I had discussed. After getting off the phone with Karen, it was just the most amazing conversation. Like I was so excited about starting these products that I actually called people that had recommended the other places to me. So they like jumped on board right away. So I actually shared before I even tried the products because we had nothing to lose because there was a 60-day money back guarantee. So I got my products, and I just remember like feeling good. Like within a week or so, I just started feeling so good, and I started sharing with all my friends. And the great thing about it is that I didn't even realize that there was like a business opportunity. And from day one, I literally never like used my out of pocket money. Like the products were always covered for me because I shared, and like it was like 4 years later, I feel great. I'm not only that it helped me with menopause, but I didn't realize all the other symptoms that I had. Like I didn't realize how bad I felt until I started feeling better. Like I was sleeping through the night. I always complained that my ankle hurt. I didn't know why my ankle hurt. I just knew it hurt. My ankle went away, all the inflammation that I had, and I was just stress free. And I didn't have all those side effects with, you know, the hot flashes and my mood. My mood was getting better. And I also had, because I guess of all that was going on, I started doubling up on my acid reflux medication. I was taking more that was prescribed to me. I used to take my mom's medication from all that. So I stopped, I lowered my dosage on that. You know, I feel great now, and I am 54 years old, and I feel better than I've ever felt before. So I continue on sharing because at the end of the day, I really just want my friends now to feel as good as I do, and I always say that. So when I share because I love the products. I love what they've done for me, and they've also helped my husband because after his chemo therapy, he had to take, like, I don't remember how many weeks of radiation every day. And he had a lot of inflammation around his chest. And we put him on that, the ease loading dose, and that helped him as well. And I remember going back to the doctor, and I told the doctor, like, listen, I don't want the products. I'm feeling better. I brought the products to him, and he checked it out, and he gave me a high five, and he's like, continue on doing what you're doing. So yeah, so that's my little story. It's short and sweet, but I love the products. I'm a lifer, and at the end of the day, like I said, I want my friends to feel as good as I do. And I'm 54 years old, and I feel better than I ever have in the past.
Amen. I love it. I love hearing your story, and I love just hearing you share tonight the simplicity, right, for you to share because you found something even prior to starting. You were already reaching out because, again, 60-day money back guarantee, you have nothing to lose. Like our friends are buying supplements most likely from somewhere. So why not? And accountability is everything, right? So I love that. I love that. And then down the road, you know, look at what the products have done and how many families you've been able to help. It's just such a blessing, right?
Yep.
All right. So Stacy, I'm going to pass it to you. Josie, thank you for sharing. Appreciate it and love hearing your story.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Stacy. How's everybody? I am going to just tell you how I met Tina, and then I'll give you my little introduction. I too met Tina at a nonprofit organization, Graceway Village, organization that y'all know is near and dear to my heart. I was a board member, and I still serve meals to our neighbors in need on a monthly basis with my family and friends that want to join. And God brought this beautiful woman into my life, and she trusted me, and she said yes, and you're going to hear tonight her incredible testimony. I'm excited to introduce an inspiring woman, Tina. She's about to share her Plexus journey for the first time ever with us. I want to tell you 3 fun facts about her. She has 6 tattoos. Her last one is "Pain shapes a woman into a warrior," which speaks volume about her strength and her resilience. Her faith is unyielding. She's a woman who truly stands firm in what she believes in, and everything she does, that you can see this through her actions. She admits that she says a lot. So if you hear that tonight through her testimony, you know that it will just be relatable for her. So let's give Tina a warm welcome as she tells her Plexus journey for the first time tonight. Welcome, Tina.
Hi, everybody. I'm Tina. I'm so thankful to have the opportunity to share. Yes, as Stacy said, I am so thankful. I was been going through a lot, and one of the things that Stacy can testify to is seeing the difference from when I wasn't taking the Plexus supplement to start seeing the changes in me as I progressed in taking them. But what really led me to that point of, I was overhearing her conversation and I heard Plexus, and it was like a bell just went off, and I knew I had to connect with her. Like, out of everybody at Graceway, it was an instantaneous connection with Stacy. Like, she was just such an amazing blessing. And so I had already made the decision to stop drinking soda. So Karen, you have known me for quite a while, but my addiction to Dr. Pepper became completely bad. Like I could drink big gulps 3 to 4 times a day, give or take a day and everything else. And so I had already made the decision that, okay, you know what? I had already beat diabetes back in 2015, type 2 diabetes. I had already annihilated that. And I knew that if I did not start making a change, it was going to come back and kick me even harder. And so and there we go. See, I knew, I heard myself. So I asked Stacy for some samples, or she actually gave me 3 samples, and she said, you know what, if you want to mix these 2, and I don't recall the 2 flavors, but she said, you can mix these 2 right now. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, where has this been? And why haven't I seen or had this sooner? So she blessed me with my first product. And before I knew it, I was 30 days soda free. And I text her and I was like, I'm 30 days soda free. And then it was 40, and then it was 80. And not only am I free of soda now, I met Cece in August of last year, and as of August 28th, I've celebrated 1 year soda free. But not only am I soda free, my husband's soda free too. He's never taken the product. I'm still working on him. He's very skeptical because he's very sensitive with certain things. And so I'm trying to be very patient with him to say, hey, you've got nothing to lose. You've got everything to gain. But through my example of quitting soda, he also quit it. So we have had no soda whatsoever. Actually, it's even taken a whole new level of distaste for me, because now when I see it, I want to throw up, just because I'm just like, I can't believe I was making my body so toxic and really giving in to Satan's snare in a sense, because it was becoming so addictive. And so I have been consistent on taking the product. Stacey and I have not seen each other because I'm no longer at Graceway. I've been gone since February 28th of this year. She has not seen the changes in me physically, but I have physically changed. Like, it's so amazing when you go into your closet and something that you could wear like 2 months ago, you can no longer wear. And though it is troublesome at times to try to replenish the clothes you're losing, but I am so thankful, because not only the energy is up, the weight lost, the distaste for it, and it's all because Plexus has definitely, it does something for you when you truly give in to what you know to believe in, and you can support it. It makes a transformation, not only on the way that you taste things, but also on the way that you perceive certain things too. So it's like it eradicated cravings for certain things. I am now on a journey of going completely sugar free, which is amazing in itself. I'm super excited about that. My husband and I both made a decision that, okay, completely sugar free. So we've annihilated all of, like, we've never really been sweet eaters, but I will tell you that when we want comfort, Ben and Jerry's is our favorite to go to, which I know it's not good. So, but that has been completely on its way out. And I personally am making a transition to go gluten-free, only because I did just recently, in the last couple of months, had a health scare. I had to go to the emergency room, and I did find out that my blood sugar was elevated again, but that was because of all of the stuff that had been going on in my life. But again, taking the products, I'm doing everything that I can. I've gotten the number down tremendously, and I'm just thankful. I'm thankful that there is a product that not only feeds the gut, but also feeds you fully, body, soul, and mind. Like, it's amazing. I'm still on all the things that Stacey has introduced me to. I've also added the weight loss burner, or the energy burner one. I can't remember the name of it. And the Maga X for the brain, the little gel caps. So I've added that to mine. The pink drink, the sweet tea, absolute my favorite. The hunger control is amazing. I'm so thankful. I am so completely thankful that God led me to Stacy, and that of all the places to meet such an amazing blessing was at Graceway. So I'm no longer there. Graceway will always be a part of my journey in my life. But through that, I've been connected to an amazing amazing company through Stacy, and I'm just thankful. I'm thankful and cannot tell you enough on what Soda Free does for you. It is just absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you.
Amen. Thank you for sharing, Tina.
You're
I
welcome.
absolutely love hearing your story. So I knew about the soda just recently. I knew about you kicking the soda, addiction, which is that's huge. Like to be able to be off soda after, doing, I guess I do remember the Dr. Pepper. I do.
Yeah.
And to be able to be off that. But you guys here, I hope, after hearing Josie's story and then Tina's story, and I shared a little bit, of Plexus, the motto being when blessed be a blessing. And this has been a blessing for Josie. This has been a blessing for Tina and so many on this call that have already decided to say yes. They came in 60-day money back guarantee, nothing to lose. So maybe you're sitting on this call, if you're on this call, you're here because you have a friend that loves you so much. They're like, listen, you need to hop on our Testimony Tuesday and hear a little bit more about what is Plexus, like what is all of this that everybody is talking about, so I want to encourage you tonight, if you're on here and you've got questions, reach out to the friend that invited you. They have a special promo code to get you started if you're ready. And if you've got questions and you're not ready yet, that's totally fine too. But we would love to help you. We're here. Like I said, one of our favorite pieces of what we get to do is the community. So these calls, seeing everybody on these calls, and we are truly one Plexus. So I wanted Kimberly and Maria, do you guys have anything else to add tonight?
I do.
Yay!
And so, first of all, ladies, thank you so much for those both incredible testimonies. I just love hearing these stories, right? Every week we get to hear somebody else's story. And I think, like Karen, you said, Tuesday nights are beginnings. They're like my favorites now because I've never heard a lot of these testimonies. But what I love most, ladies, what I love most is how different they all are. Right? I mean, because we heard tonight from Josie what she was struggling with, which is different than Tina. And I can tell you that mine is, is different from Karen, right? Which is different from Kimberly's, right? One, I was struggling with her thyroid, and Karen was struggling with anxiety, and I was struggling with digestion. I'm going to use the best word I could use, right? And so many other things. But when people think they know what is Plexus, right? I mean, we're here to show you that it's not what you think, right? It's not just weight loss. If that is what you think, it's so much more, right? Tina even talked about the community, right? We have an incredible, supportive, uplifting, God-loving, God-fearing community, right? And so there's just so many things. I have goosebumps right now, right? And so just love doing these calls and really being able to share with the world why we love Plexus, right? And what is Plexus.